Uh, Over to you, Lalit. Lalit, tell us how you make your clients successful. What do you do for them to make them successful?
Yeah, so various activities, as in right from basically being a very conventional firm that we started with when I was Price Waterhouse before I jumped into practice. So learned a lot while my journey with PwC and a lot of things that work in a larger organization. So try to implement most of it even in the larger corporates and also in the SMEs, because when we look at the SME segment, which is a large segment, many things are not in place while the company is getting established. So we try to bring in the right processes in place, right, to kind of how the accounting is to be done. We start from that, but we also give the option of scalability in terms of when we've seen a lot of startups in the case that we manage that they wanted to have an office in the US. We kind of help them establish in the US because most of the B2B SaaS startups kind of focus on the US market. They need to have some presence, either a parent entity or a subsidiary structure or something like that. So we kind of help them establish that. We just don't stop out there. We kind of help them even with the regular compliances, which is on annual basis, which will include both from the India standpoint as well as the US. Again, Singapore has been a hot destination. A lot of companies have looked at Singapore also in terms of various benefits that is available. So we help them do the structuring in Singapore, help them establish out there. And in the ecosystem, like whenever obviously the SME segment or the startup world as well, we realized that there have been opportunities where there have been exit opportunities. So gives us a headroom in terms of any tax structuring that can be done. We helped lately. We helped one of the clients where they were a part of a management group, and there was a management buyout. We kind of supported a management buyout from a company where slum sale was undertaken and a lot of documentation support was required. So we have a team internally which is also helping us on the legal side. So we kind of do that as well. So various activities, and I think the need comes from the evolution of the businesses. And while we started with the large corporate, so there are many things that we've learned across our journey, right from the corporate that we serve, because being in Pune, you know that it's a belt where there are a lot of IT companies, a lot of auto ancillary companies. So there's a lot of knowledge that we gain from them, and whatever we gain from them we try to implement for most of the companies that we do. The other way also, like even while people are appearing for or going for pitches to kind of the early stage investors, they need a business plan. So we kind of even help them to establish that business plan that can kind of projects them in the right manner. uh, Even kind of going into the details of what's the business model, helping them some tweaking in the pitch deck that is required. So all of this is something is kind of there within the bucket, and that's how we kind of support our clients all across, other than the regular stuff that we are already doing in terms of the compliance management, be it the regular tax compliances, the indirect tax, GST compliances, all of that. But I think the real success comes from the opportunities that are there either globally or some kind of restructuring, some kind of tax planning, and all the other compliances that may take place around that.
Excellent. So, Lalit, that's a fabulous stuff that you're doing for your clients. It's not just a regular taxation, regular financial planning. It's beyond that. It's clearly evident from your work that you're helping them in business plan and pitch deck, which perhaps is outside the purview of your services, but it's because of your obsession towards your clients, your obsession towards adding a value in your client's work, you are doing more than what you're asked to do. Great, Lalit. That's a great learning. I think that obsession is very, very important.